So Asterion, they reached out to us and they wanted to have us let you guys know about their awesome universal VR stand, the Aura. So they sent us all this stand. We all got to try it out. It's sitting to my left, right there on the desk right now. And I gotta say, I'm actually like I don't know. I'm initially skeptical of a lot of the VR products because a lot of them can be kind of gimmicky. This one, I'm really happy to recommend this product, like legitimately. It's super
Yeah.
cool. So like I said, it's a universal VR stand. It's got RGB lighting on it. It's hard to describe, but it's basically built out of this, I think, acrylic
hmm
glass thing that holds onto your headset and light goes through it. So it's not like bright LED lights. It's like this like it's like a colored glass panel and it's super cool looking.
Yeah, like subtle
Um,
RGB.
yeah. Jay here said it's got white, red, gold, green, cyan, blue, basically just a whole bunch of colors. And it also probably my favorite part about it, even if I don't take advantage of it much, is that it actually has a USB port on it. So, excuse me, you can actually charge if you have an Oculus Quest, you can charge it right off the VR stand as long as it's plugged in, which is also super cool. Um,
Yeah, and there's other headsets. I mean, if you have a PSVR, your headset doesn't need charge, but your controllers do. So you can have your cord right there, ready to
right.
charge your controllers. Like basically any accessory you have, you've got a spare USB port that's accessible. You don't have to get somewhere to just plug it in. And like he said, they call it the Aura. I think that's a perfect name because it's talking about like the glow people have around them and all that stuff. The
Yes.
Aura, because this thing it creates a glow that's really cool looking.
Right.
And it's actually kind of hard to capture in pictures unless you like turn the lights on or something, because to see it in real life, it's like this cool glow all around it rather than just a light. So
Right.
it's really cool looking. I think everyone's gotten one in. So tell everybody else, you tell me. I've had one for a while now, so I'm not the new oh my gosh user to tell you about. So what did you guys think of yours?
Sure, so I can start with this. So I received it in the mail and set it up, and honestly, it fits right in with my setup. So I built my own PC, and it has all of the RGB gizmos and gadgets all in it. And so honestly, it
Nice.
fit right in. Before, I would just take my VR headset and just kind of like shove it into a box I had. Which, great for the lifespan of the headset, right? But no, now I can, give it its place of honor. And with the RGB that the Aura has, it fits right in with my setup and even enhances it. So
Mhm.
I'm really a fan.
It's also for those that are concerned that they have to have this I, for example, I don't have too many RGB things in my room by design. I don't like. I think the only thing that's really RGB is my keyboard. But I have it very purpose set for like different games have different keys that are lit up. That's more the reason rather than like fancy light shows. Um, this is the design of the stand is very modern and it's like it wouldn't look out of place in like just like a very clean living room
It's
or
unobtrusive. Yeah.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
'cause you
That's
don't
a
have
big
to have
problem
the
with a
lights
lot
on.
of say again.
You don't have to have the lights on. So it's like what you were
Yeah,
saying for people who don't like RGB, like you can just leave it as is.
right. Then it's just a really cool looking acrylic glass panel that holds your
Yeah.
VR headset. Like it's super cool. It's also incredibly convenient. Like you don't have to fiddle with getting it on. It's like if I just want to take off my headset right now, I can just pull it off and rest it on there, and it's extremely quick. And it kind of takes advantage of that center of mass we were talking about earlier. So it's super cool, guys. If you want to pick this up, they provided us a code full dive. Plug it in at gosh darn it, asterianproducts.com. For those that don't know how to spell that, that's ASTERION products.com. Plug in the code full dive to get $5 off any order, $29 or over, or sorry, $29.99 or over. So in the case of this headset, that would put you at $24.99.
It's a good
And
deal.
yeah, good deal. And honestly, easy recommend for me. Like this wasn't like, am I selling my soul by finally having a a partnership? Not at all, guys. This would be like if if I were to just pick this up, I would probably talk about it on the podcast. It's super cool.
Yeah, and I feel
So
like it
pick it up.
stands like the most basic like accessory or necessity that any VR player really needs.
Well, I never had one. I did what Jay or Adam did, which
Just
is I
kinda put it in a
just
box.
threw it back into its
Yep,
Oculus
box it.
box every
Yeah.
time I was done with it and closed it.
Wait,
And
you even put it in the original box?
yeah,
I would just shove it into like a cardboard box, man.
well, the
Oh,
the
no.
Oculus box was like just like it held it so perfectly that I just kept it, and also because it's really great for I do enough like moving and travel that it was very convenient as a means of bringing it around. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's usually where my thing lives. But now that I have a stand, I can't go back.
Yeah,
Adam,
yeah,
a
you can't
cardboard
go
box. I'm
back.
a little ashamed of you right now. Like
Yeah,
these,
he
we
said a
we all
cardboard
love
box.
these headsets. We're here to talk about VR. Like you should be honoring your headset with the display spot where it's in a cardboard box.
He's
I'm
like,
in
"I just
shock
throw it on
right
the
now.
ground."
Yeah, exactly. I know that's what some people do. They just like put it on
Just
the ground somewhere. That's
throw it.
terrible. Have a nice place for your VR headset. Friends come in, they're like, "Whoa, what is that sitting over there?" Like, you want to
Right.
like awe people with this thing. You don't want to pick your Quest up off the gross floor with all the Coke cans around. Be like, "Hey, try this out. You want to try this thing on your face? Come on."
It's funny.
All right. So, and now we can begin our news. All right. First news piece. Jay, take us away.
Ah, the news. So this is, I gotta preface with, this is kind of a rumor because this was from the actual developer on LinkedIn. So it's not completely validated through news, but basically on LinkedIn they made a post. Video Games Deluxe is the company. You probably know them from making L.A.Noire, the VR case files. They're a division of Rockstar. They said, having finished L.A.Noire, we are now gearing up for a new project, a AAA open world title in VR for Rockstar. 2020 marks our 7th year of working exclusively for Rockstar in Sydney, and we are excited to be taking on this groundbreaking project. We have a number of job openings in our Sydney studio, including senior programmers, engine programmer, designer, and animator. And if you are interested in one of these positions or would like to speak to someone who works here at VGD, please get in touch. So basically, this was a post on LinkedIn. They're trying to find people to work on this. So I'd say that's pretty valid and super exciting because I mean, anything Rockstar, anything VR, and the words AAA and open world. I mean, I'm pretty much this is my whole entire hopes I've been waiting for since VR came out. I don't even know. What do you guys think about this?
I don't know. Can you hit any more of the big buzzwords that get people's attention, right?
Right.
Yeah.
This does kind
It's
of
like,
go ahead.
no, I was just about to say, like, open AAA, open world, like, this is the sort of thing that people love to immerse themselves in, even on a flat game.
Right.
So having it on VR, this is just, if they do it right, this could be a world that people just completely immerse themselves in. It could be
Mhm.
the next step in VR gaming.
Because currently all we've got is basically just ported games, and that it being pretty much exclusively Fallout and Skyrim,
Yeah.
which are we're getting dated to begin with, let alone the kind of terrible VR adaptations they got. They aren't the greatest VR. I mean, they're still like I'd mentioned before on an earlier podcast, was still one of like the most mind blowing experiences getting to play Skyrim in VR, but it very clearly wasn't built for VR, and it shows in
Right.
like everything you do. So getting Rockstar, you were saying Adam, or not Adam, I keep doing this, Jay, you said last podcast that the game you wanted in VR was GTA. So you hearing this must have been like, oh yeah, we're getting it, or
Except
something like it at
except I
least.
swear if this is GTA 5 again, just open world. Come on, it better be something new. They've carried this thing across 3 consoles. I'd love to hear your interest in this, dog, because I know not everybody's super into open world. Obviously, it sounds like these two are. What do you think? Do you like open world games?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I love GTA 5, and so that's what I was kinda thinking. Hearing that, it makes me think that maybe Rockstar heard, like, all the hype with that wasn't just, like, a modification you could do to
Yep,
technically play GTA
yep.
in
Just
VR,
a mod.
and so, yeah, maybe they saw, like, how big it could be and the possibilities, with them, like, bringing a game to VR could be, but, maybe it's gonna be the GTA 6. That would be
Oh,
cool.
what if they did it? What
Ooh.
if they did it VR only? Wouldn't that piss off the flat gaming world
Right?
like to no end?
Yeah,
Like Half-Life Alex
VR
style,
only.
Yep,
right?
yep.
Exactly. So, yeah,
I
that's
would be
pretty
Nah,
I would
I'm
be
rad.
excited.
you know, now that you said porting GTA to like giving GTA 5 an official VR port, unfortunately, like in my head, I'm seeing it more and more likely because I can totally picture the Rockstar heads being like, guys, you wouldn't believe this idea I just got. I just realized we can port GTA 5 again, and no one would be mad about it.
I saw a meme that was like, you see this farmer holding a bucket, and he's like, "Okay, girl, one more time." And there's this wizened
Yes.
up cow in the corner that says
Mhm.
GTA 5 on it.
Yep.
I'm like, oh, please don't let it be that. I want it to be something new that's gonna pull more people in. Because even if it's GTA 6 in a VR version, but also it comes flat, people are gonna say, "Oh, I'm just gonna play it flat. I'll wait for it flat." Like, we need more of these games that are VR only that get people to try it and
Right.
get them seeing how good the medium is. So,
Yeah,
fingers
VR
crossed.
focused.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's, and even if it is like built well enough for both, if it's proper built from the ground up to include VR or just has a really good VR support, Elite Dangerous, for example, sold a lot of copies and a lot of like the VR, just a lot of VR sims. I keep having hiccups. Um, they definitely sold a lot more copies by taking advantage of the VR community and creating really good ports for the games where it's like it translates well into VR and it brings and a lot of the people that played on just flat screens saw all these people playing in VR, myself included. I was one of those people. I played Elite Dangerous and I almost entirely bought this headset because I was like, I really want to play Elite Dangerous in VR. So seeing more of those opportunities to grow VR, even if it is not a VR only game, is still really cool.
I actually disagree with you a little bit
Uh,
because
But
I don't think
why?
that ported games will ever match up to a built from the ground up VR
Well, okay,
experience.
yes, you're not wrong. I'm just saying I'm okay with
like
it.
and so if they're making GTA 6 for a flat game and then say, "Oh, hey, and we'll throw the VR community a bone and port it over." I just don't think it's going to be as good as these studios that are making like Iron Man VR or Pavlov or
Well,
Onward
like,
that are built from the ground up, and they are the definitive VR
well,
experience.
it's not out yet, but like, look at what Squadrons is doing. They're doing a game that is going to be built for both, and it's looking like they're really going to give a good testament to both flat screens and VR. I think it can be done.
if I was a rich and evil game developer, you know what I would do? I would make a game like Squadrons and I would just build it in such a way that the VR players had a serious advantage to where they were always winning. And the other players would get so mad that they would feel like they needed to get a VR to be good at the game. That would be
Well,
my
they
evil
already
plot.
do.
They
Yeah, War Thunder and other flight sims, VR users have a distinct advantage
Yeah,
because
actually,
they
that's
can just
already a
so
thing.
naturally follow the enemy. It's
Right.
like it is already a distinct advantage
good.
that it doesn't come up a whole lot.
The
Yeah.
evil finger pyramid of
Well, like,
competition. Good.
a lot of people already had like head tracking and stuff like that to be able to uh, um sort of replicate that, or you could just like hold a button and like have your character in the game kind of look around. So like they've had ways to get around it. And often, like in Elite Dangerous, at least, you have a radar that always shows you where the other ships are. You don't necessarily have to look around in the cockpit. Um, but yeah, I think some more advantages would be pretty sweet.
Yes, yes.